No. Oh. Yes. Okay. I just tested the microphone. I hope it's working now. Can you hear me now? That's like that commercial. Can you hear me now? Good. Oh my God, I'm such a nerd. Okay, almost 1 o'clock. I hope you all are having a good day and a good weekend. It doesn't really feel like the weekend because we're just kind of all like working from home and not really doing too much. But it can be nice too, to not have to be running around. Okay, I want to get started, but I'm nervous that people are going to join late and then not be able to hear me. So I kind of want to give it just a couple more minutes in case other people jump in and have issues with joining. Okay, well, I'm just going to hope that when everyone else joins, they can hear me and that this isn't just a whole silent recording. Fingers crossed, and let's get started. All right, back up to the mat. So like I said, this is going to be a Yin Yoga practice. It's going to be about an hour long from 1 to 2 p.m. And you can see over here, I have some big pillows, and then I have some blocks as well. So for the pillows, they are going to act as what we call a bolster. So in a typical yoga studio, you would do a Yin style class with a prop, which is a little bit more dense than this pillow. It's kind of fluffy, and it just helps to support your chest when you're bent forward. It helps to support your knees when you have them like in a straddle position on the floor under your knees, and it can help to support your hips too. So I'm just going to have these nearby for when we get to the Yin part of the class. So just as a warning, so you are aware, we are doing the first part of the class will be a little bit quicker of a flow, just to kind of get a little bit more power out of the class and some strength, and then we will move into those long holds and find a little bit more connection with our breath and our bodies. And I don't think I did mention this yet, but with Yin, the point of the class is to strengthen and stretch the deeper parts of our body, so like our connective tissue, our fascia, and our organs. And if you are familiar with more of like a power vinyasa or a quicker style of yoga, that's more focused on the musculature, and it can be focused on like building strength in the bones too. So this allows us to work that part of the body that typical styles of yoga kind of don't really focus on. So that's why I wanted to find a combination of the two. And let me just make sure we had a couple people join. Can you hear me? Can you hear me, Bree?
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. I was having issues earlier when Jay was on and he couldn't hear me. So I was, okay, perfect. I was just explaining today we're going to do a style of yoga called Yin. So I'm going to start with more like strength and powerful movements to begin, and then we'll move into the like slower, long breath holds of Yin Yoga. So if you have like pillows or blankets or blocks, any kind of props, I recommend grabbing those when we get to kind of the latter part of class, because they can help to provide support like under your belly or under your knees or under your hips. So whatever you have nearby is fine. And if you don't have props, that's okay too. So let's go ahead and start in our typical just down dog position, reaching our arms overhead and sitting our hips back onto our heels. And then your forehead just rests on the mat. And start to take a few rounds of breath here. Feel that breath deep in your belly. Start to relax around your jaw. Feel your head get heavy on the mat. And feel a softness in your hands. Start to find length in those inhales and exhales. Take one more full round of breath here. Come up into a table on all fours. And then take your right arm or right hand and place it on the back of your head. And on your inhale, lift your right elbow up towards the sky and find a stretch through your spine. On your exhale, come back to center. Another inhale, reach that elbow up to the sky. Exhale back to center. One more time, inhale all the way up. Twist in that rib cage. Exhale back to center. And then switch sides, bring that right hand to the mat, left arm or left hand to the back of the head. Same thing on this side with your inhale, face that elbow all the way up. Exhale it back down. Slow and controlled breaths here. Inhale up. Exhale back to center. One more time. Inhale all the way up. Find a little deeper of a twist. Exhale to center. Go ahead and reach your right arms and reach them over to the right side. Sink your hips back to the left. Getting a nice stretch through that upper back. And again, resting that forehead on the mat, taking a few rounds of breath here. One more round of breath. Reaching back through center and switching sides. Reach those arms up and to the left. Watching your awareness and starting to bring your attention into the sensations in your body. On your next breath, coming up onto tall knees and extending your right leg out straight to the side. We'll reach that left arm all the way up to the sky, taking a big breath in, and then reach your arm across towards that foot, that extended leg. Feel a stretch through the side body. Find length all the way through your scapula to the top of your fingers. One more breath in. And then switching sides on your exhale. Extend that left leg all the way out, straight to the side. Reach that right arm up. Take a big breath in. And then reach across, exhale. You might find a little bit of a chest opener here by reaching that heart up towards the sky as well. Fill all the way up. And exhale. Bring your hands back down to the mat. We'll move into our first downward dog. Place your hands down, making sure that you're pressing the pressure mostly through your pointer finger and your thumb, and that the pits of your elbows are facing forward. Tuck your toes under, lifting those hips up towards the sky. And start to pedal out in the feet here. Again, remembering that breath. Whenever you find your mind wandering, just bring it back to that focal point. When you're ready, reach that right foot all the way up towards the sky. Taking a big breath in, find length in that leg. Maybe find a hip opener here as well. Bending at the knee. And then on your exhale, bring that foot back down to the mat. You need to scoot this over. And then switching sides. On the inhale, reaching that left foot all the way up to the sky. Pressing strong through those 3 limbs on the ground. Opting to find the hip opener if you'd like. And on your exhale, bringing that foot back down to the mat. Step your right foot to the top of the mat. Left foot follows. And then we'll go through some sun salutations. Reach all the way up. Big breath in. Forward fold, exhale. Reach tall, breathe in. Forward fold, exhale. Fill all the way up, reach all the way to the top. Exhale, fold forward. Feel that breath. Reach tall, breathe in. Forward fold, exhale it all out. Halfway lift, breathe in. Forward fold, exhale. Last one here, reach to the top, big breath in. Hands to prayer, exhale. Step the right foot back, finding our first warrior one. Reach all the way to the top, breathing in. Exhale to warrior two, breath out. Coming down to triangle, breathing in. Exhale to pyramid, breath out. Reach your right foot to the top of the mat, switching sides to your other warrior. Reach tall, breathe in. Exhale to warrior two, breath out. Triangle pose, breath in. Down to pyramid, breath out. Step back to the top of your mat, halfway lift, breathe in. Forward fold, breath out. Reach tall, breathe in. Hands to prayer, breath out. Right foot raises to tree pose. So either bind at your ankle, right below your knee, or right above your knee. And then choose to have your hands either at prayer, or you can choose to raise them up and grow them out. Keep them at your hips, or place them behind your back, so whatever feels good for you. Take a couple moments here to ground through your foot. Notice where you are pressing the most pressure. It's on the outside of your foot or on the inside of your foot. Just try to find that center in your body all the way from your foot to the crown of your head, growing tall. Breathing through. A nice calm effort here. Just noticing where your body is at. Not judging yourself if you are struggling to find balance. And maybe regressing the pose to find where it is successful for you. Taking one more full round of breath here. Exhale. Switching sides. Taking tree on the left, taking that left sole of your foot and binding it wherever is appropriate for you today. And then placing your arms wherever you feel called. And it might change depending on what side of your body. Again, growing tall through the top of the head. Imagine as if there's a string in the top of your head pulling your body up. Taking a few rounds of breath. Feel the strength in this pose. Through the quad, through the core, through the glutes. Taking a full inhale and exhale down. Just take a moment to stretch out in the ankles after having to stabilize on your feet. So press the tops of your toes into the ground and just find a little bit of a hinge in the hips here. You should feel a stretch in the top of the feet. And again, listen to your own body here. Don't push into anything that is painful. Just make sure that you feel the stretch. So find that edge, if you will. Maybe you stretch a little bit in the calves here too. So pressing the heels into the ground. Just notice the different sensations through the back of the legs. And play with spreading your toes apart too. I really like that cue because you can feel the more sensations, if you will. Let me look at, I see something going on here. I don't know what's going on. Oh, you are viewing Denise. Can you guys see me still? Okay, I think I fixed it. Good?
Yeah.
Okay. I don't know what happened. That's okay. Back to our mat. Okay. Let's move back down into a child's pose position. And this time we're going to have the support of, oh, I don't know what's going on again. Can you guys see me still?
Yeah. It's like sharing someone's screen. Someone's sharing their screen, I think.
Okay, let me see if I can.
It's back now to normal.
Sorry.
It's okay.
I'm trying to see if I can do something on my end too. Okay. I think I might have fixed it. I don't know. We'll see. Is it okay? Am I big? Okay. All right, let's give this a go again. All right, back down into a child's pose. And this time we're going to use that prop. We have like a pillow or something that can just help to support our belly here. And we're going to go into our child's pose. So now we're moving into the yin style of the yoga class, which is less movement and more long holds. So find where you are comfortably supported in this pose. You should feel the stretch through your hips here, and then feel it through your upper back. And again, just like a typical child's pose, you're just going to allow yourself to get heavy and lie on your mat here. Some people find yin yoga a little bit more challenging than a vinyasa style yoga because it does ask of you to find more stillness and to make peace with it. I'm just going to let you hang out here for several rounds of breath and just notice what comes up for you. If you feel your mind wandering, bring it back to the breath and just relax. Find a little movement through your fingers. Weird. I don't know what's happening. Can you still see me? Can you still see me? Ugh. Okay, I think I'm just gonna keep going. I apologize for all the complications. Let's move to the other side and we'll move into a half pigeon. So in this pose, we're going to keep this prop under our left hip. So just like a typical half pigeon, you bring your front foot. We don't have to be parallel with the top of our mat, but just so that it is out in front of you, and then your back leg will be extended here. And then again, we're going to find a forward fold. And if you have another pillow, you can bring that, again, imagine as if it is a bolster, bring it down in front of you to prop your chest onto. And then if you have, say, a block or something else to rest your head on, this is going to help get a stretch in the back of that left hip. And again, we'll stay here for several rounds of breath. And in case you missed it in the beginning, the goal with this style of Yin Yoga is to allow us to stretch and strengthen our organs and connective tissue and fascia. So you're feeling this deeper into your body compared to a more quicker style of yoga like vinyasa, which more works the muscles and strengthening of the bones. So we're just allowing ourselves to go a little bit deeper today. So find a comfortable position for you and just rest. You might notice that when you first get into the pose, you find your end, and then after a while of staying in the pose, you might notice that your body kind of opens up and relaxes a little bit more to allow you to go further. So again, just stay very mindful of what you're feeling in your body. And if you lose focus, just gently guide your awareness back to being within your body.
Well, she's on. You're just doing it wrong. Okay.
Again, finding movement through those fingers, those toes, tucking the toes under, lifting your upper body back up, and then switching sides. So if you'd like, you can place that pillow under your right hip this time, or if you don't like the feeling of the pillow, you don't need to have it. It's all preference here. And then placing your other pillow or prop under your chest, extending that leg back, and then letting yourself fall forward. Take your time with getting into the pose. Allow yourself to feel those hips opening. As you're ready, coming back up out of that pose. And then taking any movements that you might need after some nice outer hip stretches, maybe shifting the hips left and right, or bringing them to flexion and extension. And then from here, we're going to move into a frog pose. So in frog, we're going to have our toes facing outwards and kind of widen at the knees slightly. And then again, bring that pillow underneath your chest. And then you're gonna just let your chest fall forward here. So a nice internal hip stretch here, or inner hip. And then again, let your head fall forward. If you have a block, you can feel free to rest your head on the block. Or if you don't have a block, you can stack your fist on top of each other and just let your head drop onto that. And then we'll gently come out of our frog pose, using our hands on the mat. And then gently pushing your hips back. Again, if you need to take any movements in between, feel free to do so. This yoga class is for you. Learn more about your body. And next we'll move into similar to a child's pose. However, this time, instead of reaching our arms straight out in front of us, we're going to reach up and across and feel that stretch all the way through the lower back, to the tops of the tips of the fingers. So maybe you have a pillow that you're reaching towards to let that hand rest on, or if you have a block, reaching towards that block. So again, here you can reach long, grow through the spine, and then find a slight twist, or just let your arm reach here. Making any modifications that you may need. And as you're ready, slowly switching sides. So you can choose to come completely out of the pose, or just reach your arm long and extended with your inhale, and then reach across on your exhale. Feel that stretch all the way down through the back of the body. And removing the block, removing the pillow, and then extending your body long on the mat. And we're going to extend through those hips after being in quite a bit of hip flexion. And we'll push our hands into the mat to open through the chest. Breathing in. Exhale down. Another long breath in. Push through the mat. And exhale down. Feel that opening of the chest. One more time. Push through the mat. Open at the heart. And exhale all the way back down to the mat. We'll move on to our backs now. Taking your pillows to assist you. If you want, you can put a pillow under your head for this one as well. And we're going to come into a supine twist. So bring your knees so that they're at a 90-degree angle, and then drop them over to the right side. You can have them rest on a pillow, or if you want to go deeper, you can just let them lay right on the ground. And then you're going to extend your arms out to the sides. I do want a pillow under my head. Again, feeling that twist through the spine. Feel a connection in your core. And the opening through the shoulders and the chest. Feel the heaviness in your knees, your hands. And just breathe. With each breath, you might notice a little bit more of a twist through the spine. Slowly bring your knees back through to center. As you're ready, drop your knees to the left to stretch to the other side. And keep your arms extended in that T position, or drop your right hand so that your palm is open to the sky. Get a little bit of external rotation through the shoulder. And just imagine those knees pulling heavier down to the left as your shoulder pulls you heavier down to the right to engage that twisting of the spine action. Again, using pillows to assist you if you'd like here. You can always throw a pillow on top of your knees to put a little bit more pressure, just to have that cue to really let them get heavy towards the floor. You can throw pillows on top of your arms. Just play around with it. And carefully remove the pillows. Coming out of that pose, we'll stay on our backs for our final resting pose of Shavasana. Actually, you can choose to take a pillow under your knees for this one, and then a pillow behind your head. And then open up your palms to the ceiling. Open up your heart. Open at the throat. Soften at your belly. Soften at your pelvis. Soften all the way down to your feet. Just let yourself breathe.
Bye.